Peter Obi sat down for a 2-hour interview on Chinese television last night. Almost nobody's watching all 2 hours. So here's the part that actually matters. What he promised on insecurity, what he promised on his term in office, and why two of Nigeria's sharpest political voices say neither one adds up. Let's start with the part everyone is actually talking about. How Peter Obi says he will tackle insecurity if he becomes president. Listen to this.
How would you fix insecurity? Precisely. What exactly? Give us 3 things you would do to ensure that insecurity is dealt with.
First, I will not disclose it in the open, but I'll be far more committed. We will ensure that our security architecture is properly given, staffed, supported, and just telling you the one that is supported. I will ensure that we work with all our partners, and we will do it with much more commitment.
So you get foreign help.
Whatever is possible to secure the country, we will do.
What would you say is, from your own point of view, would you say is the biggest and the most concerning problem or challenge of insecurity in Nigeria today?
Well, a combination of so many things. Poverty. You can't create mass poverty and think you can deal with insecurity. You need to deal with it. The more you put people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality. So I will tackle that. So I will deal with so many other issues. You need to invest in education massively. And you know, I and Papa so believes in education. We'll be hands-on. Everybody will see it. Everybody will feel it. We'll be very, very decisive. No, because we'll be in charge.
Now here's the thing. When Rufai Oseni watched this same interview, he didn't hold back. His issue isn't whether Peter Obi wants to fix insecurity. Everybody wants that. His issue is something much simpler. There is no how, no methodology, just the promise, repeated again, dress dropped differently, and according to Rufai, Nigerians are tired of stories. They want a plan they can actually follow.
And that's what I didn't see from the interview yesterday. I didn't see how. See, we can't run a country on vibes. And I must have to say that again. By now, if elections are in what? In January.
It's a few months, yeah.
We are in August. At first, we have not seen manifesto, 6 months to go.
Yeah.
Secondly, we are not seeing proper articulation of how you will do it. In fact, I think all candidates should stop telling us, I will do this. They should start telling us how. We should see an idea. It's the idea that we want to debate the workability of the idea. And that I didn't see. I didn't see a lot of that. We'll fix insecurity. How? And please, with fixing insecurity, people should stop telling us this, I don't want to share my operational details. Nobody is saying you should share your operational details. Because as a candidate, you can't have operational details. Operational details are specific to operations. Hence the name operational details. Nobody is saying you should share that. What we are saying is overarching details, methodology, how you are going to do it. That's just it. Methodology, even understanding. I mean, you can talk in the line of what you're even going to do to doctrine, military doctrine. What do you want to do? What kind of military do you want? Do you want an offensive fighting force? Do you want a modern aid military? What kind of military spending are you going to do? From the look of things, where do you think you can slide your firepower? Do you want to put in drones? Do you want to put in fighter jets and the likes? What kind of military do you want? What kind of equipment do you want for your military? Do you want to increase your naval firepower? Do you want to increase your intelligence firepower? Do you want to set up a new cyber security articulated vehicle in your military where you have a cybercom that can equally be used for intelligence gathering and tracking what is going on? What kind of military do you want? Do you want an agile military? Do you want a very nimble military? I mean, these are things as regards technicality and methodology. These are the things I want to hear from our candidates. Power sector, what would you do as regards them? About creating thousands of megawatts. Major problem in the power sector today is transmission. We have 13,000 installed capacity, but why are we not seeing more than 5,000 megawatts capacity for transmission? Are you going to put investment there? How are you going to raise the equity for the investment? I mean, those are paramount questions. So please, we want to see more of those details. And that's what we want to drill in to the brass tacks of in this season.
Strong words, but it's not the only one who felt that way. Dr. Reuben Abati made a point that goes even further. He said it is not just Obi. Every political party right now should already be telling Nigerians exactly what they are proposing, not just on insecurity, but across the board. And according to him, specific ideas are what actually build public trust and get more people engaged.
Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC, he says he's going to lead the war against insecurity, corruption, and then rebuild the economy. That was Mr. Peter Obi speaking yesterday on television. Well, these are phrases. We will fight insecurity, we will rebuild the economy. I think that all the political parties, not just the NDC, should by now be engaging the Nigerian public with manifestos, so that we have a proper outline of what they intend to do and what their contract is with the Nigerian voter and what the expectations of the people should be, so that if eventually any of these parties wins, we'll be able to hold them accountable and hold them down to the issues. And perhaps if they have a proper framing of what they are proposing to Nigerians, then of course the campaign, the process, the engagement process will be driven more by ideas rather than sentiments or specialization in name calling and insults, which we have already deployed on this table, that the people will be more interested in ideas.
And then Dr. Abati turned to something else Obi repeated in that same interview, his promise to serve only one term.
It takes me to the point that Mr. Kwankwaso himself made on Politics Today when he said that there is a pact that you will only serve out 4 years if you win the election. Did you have an agreement to that effect?
I've said this thing several times, Shehu. We have what you can call a written agreement. We're gentlemen, we must respect it. I don't need more than 4 years to show the path Nigeria will trade. It is a simple thing.
Was it written? Did you sign an agreement with the NDC?
It is NDC demanded that everybody, I preach it. So even if you want me to sign it with you, I sign it with you. It doesn't bother me. A day more than 4 years, not B2B. I want us to start trusting our leaders. So when I was going to become a governor, I said the things I would do. And when I came in, I started doing it. I told everybody, go and listen to my campaign. I said, I will manage their money efficiently. I will do stuff. Schools will work, health will work. Everything I said, and I did it. That's the way to work. Leaders, our people have lost trust in our leaders. That's why I always say we need to deal with the issue of character. The character of a leader must be consistent in doing the right thing. And whatever he says, even if you don't achieve 100% of it, people must see 100% effort in doing that. And I said, and I repeat again, I will serve for 4 years. Capital, if you want to be capital, 4 years, not a day more.
Why do you think that you need only 4 years? Because there are those who policy and governance experts who have said your definition of 4 years or your stance of 4 years will not get the job done. That in the first, just a moment, sir. Your first budget is not your own. The second budget, you will struggle to make it happen. Third year, you are still trying to understand the room. Fourth year, you are done. Is this about defeating Bola Tinubu, or this is just a shared policy goal that you have set up for yourself?
You can change and start driving this vehicle called Nigeria in the wrong direction in 6 months. We are headed in the wrong direction now.
As it is right now?
Yes.
Bola Tinubu is leading us nowhere.
That's your... You can see it. That's why people might say I call for his resignation. That's why maybe I'm calling for his retirement. He doesn't listen.
The man should just step aside.
Yes, they have the capacity to do the job.
You don't trust him any longer.
No. The Bola Tinubu that was governor is not the one that is president today. He's tired. He should be allowed to retire in peace and go home.
So, in short, Abati wasn't buying it. He said flatly, that's not realistic in his view. If Peter Obi becomes president, is doing more than one term, full stop, no question about it.
Now, Mr. Peter Obi used that platform to reiterate the point that he has held on to, that he will do only one term if elected. Well, that's left for people who want to believe him to believe him. But I'm skeptical about that because my position is that, the reality of power is quite different from, promises. And the complexity of it, is also what we have to worry about. After a fashion in this country, when you are of a certain extraction, whether regional or ethnic or religious, the people will eventually remind you in the long run that you cannot do one term because that mandate does not belong to you. Because it's a mandate that belongs to all the people who have invested in that particular position. And that, like other Nigerians, you have to use your 2 terms that, we seem to have now rotated to your own part of the country. And that's a comment on the level of development of our politics in this country. But anyway, in any case, the promise is between him and his running mate. So let's see what happens if they win. So that we do not engage in, prolonged speculation on a matter that we will all see. Then Mr. Peter Obi also advised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He says he's tired, that the Tinubu that was governor in Lagos State is not the same man who is now president, and that he's tired, he should go home. I'm sure Mr. Peter Obi himself knows that, that advice is not likely to be taken. In fact, I've been checking whether Mr. Bayo Ononuga will quickly issue a response and abuse him and remind him that nobody, as they see it, is looking for his advice. But if he gets around to it, I will see it. But I don't think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will take his advice.
Now, I want to hear from you. Honestly, do you think Rufai is right that Obi and every other candidate need to stop talking in generalities and actually show their own work on insecurity? Or do you think that's an unfair standard this early? And on the one-time promise, is Abati just being cynical, or has history taught us not to trust that kind of promise from any Nigerian politician? Drop your take in the comments below. I read every single one and I want to know where you actually stand, not just what you think I want to hear. So here's the full picture. Obi laid out 2 major promises last night: how he will handle insecurity and how long he will stay in office. Rufai says one lacks a real plan. Abati says the other doesn't hold up to Nigeria's political history. 2 hours of interview, 2 big claims, 2 respected voices saying not so fast. So that is the honest breakdown, no bias, just the full story. And if this helped you understand what actually happened without watching 2 hours of TV, subscribe. I do this daily. Make sure you like this video and share with someone who needs to see it. I will see you in my next video.